Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 120!
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 11 more on that one and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ryan to the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety Malcolm Jenkins.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Ryan to throw. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike.
Hey, South.
Run.
Bring it.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll take over inside the... So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Here's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper. His an extra point away from tying the football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Straight 15, straight 15.
Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. A reminder, one more game on the Week 2 docket, and it's a good one from MetLife Stadium. Plenty of storylines in this one. OBJ's return. You've got Mayfield and Darnold, first 2 QBs taken last year. Browns and Jets. That's 8:15 Eastern tomorrow night. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
58, boys, 58. Space, space. You don't want none. Pick up 54, stop.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, this one complete to Devontae Freeman. 16 yards, a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to fire. He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Justin Hardy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. 15 yards on the play. First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 25 on 2nd down. Wentz, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Check three.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Hey, Charlie.
On 1st down, Ryan. And this is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
51. Get out.
To throw again. Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Move. 11.
Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
120. 45. 3 bucks.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Here's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Ryan. The open man is Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware the ball may come your way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They run Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one 4th quarter comeback for the QB. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I know he ain't got it.
1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing, this is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives. ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Working from the gun. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen.
Wentz going to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Ready. 53 is the mark. Check. Get that ball.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Ryan. Complete over the middle to Hardy. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Hardy.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
There we go. Back. 120. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Wentz to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
53.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Falcons, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.